Hello, and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Ethereum develops quite well. It was still supposed to stretch a little higher, at least to 2,472 in the C wave here of wave B in the white count. So for the white count, as I mentioned yesterday, the 100% extension level is an absolute key level. We've reached that now, and as you would expect, the market shows a small, tiny reaction. However, also the C wave could still stretch a little higher. I mean, again, both yellow and white counts are basically the same until this move is complete. If then the bulls can hold a higher low in circle wave 4 and form another high in circle wave 5, we have a 5-wave move basically complete. That would be first confirmation that a lasting low has been established on the 23rd of January. Then with that 5-wave structure, I can measure a support area, and we have another what we would call 1-2 setup on the chart. Yeah, and this wave 2 support could then potentially be used to trade a third wave to the upside if it presents itself. Yeah, I mean, sometimes they go directly, as we've seen with Rune today or yesterday. But yeah, that's the case. You know, if these setups are there and they present themselves, then they can be used. They don't always show up when they should, but when they do, they can be profitable opportunities. At the moment, I think, for me, the trend is up. You see that higher highs, higher lows, so it makes sense to focus on higher, which is why I added the support area already a few days ago. Micro support, this is not necessarily, I mean, if you want to trade this, you can use it for trading, but really, I use it to understand when the uptrend is breaking. So the $2,328 level is now the critical support. This is the golden ratio level of the current rally, which started down here on the 1st of February. Okay, so it's the idea behind it is that if we are in the yellow wave count, this wave 4 shouldn't really at any point break below the golden ratio. If it does, even in a diagonal, then it would be the first indication that we have a more important top in place, a more substantial top. For example, in the white B wave. I think the risk for a high B wave is high, but that's as far as it goes. I cannot confirm a high B wave until we have the first break of micro support. Yeah, so I prefer to stay on the right side of the trend. The key levels that I identify in this analysis, they keep us on the right side of the trend. And as we are approaching those pivots, it just means that caution is warranted. And whatever that means for you, your trading and portfolio, well, that's up to you. But it means that we've now reached this white box that I communicated already yesterday or a couple of days ago. And the first level here to watch is 2,472, which, as I said, is an ideal target for a C wave. The next main level to watch is at 2,530 and then 2,566. And circle wave 3, which is part of the more bullish pathway and developing 5-wave pattern, circle wave 3 or wave 5 of circle wave 3 should minimally reach 2,530. Yeah, and even, I mean, if we now see this wave 4 pullback here, I wouldn't call it a wave 4. Okay, the problem is that really I can only trust the yellow count to a degree as soon as we see that the third wave, circle wave 3, has reached a 1.236 extension of wave 1. If it's not even doing that, well, then we're dealing with possibly a different, there are still other structures that can apply here. The problem is, and that's also why caution is warranted, the move to the upside is not an impulse. It is at best a diagonal here. Overlapping price action is common, okay? And yeah, below, let's assume the price breaks now below 2,328. Yes, it would be a first indication that a top is formed, but it would need to be confirmed with a break below 2,241. Yeah, so why is that the case? Because if it's an evolving diagonal pattern to the upside in the yellow count, that would be one possibility. Then it's, for example, possible to say that this was a wave 1, this was wave 2. If we get a pullback now, it could be this is just the A wave of the third wave. We get a pullback in a B wave, which, to be honest, is valid as long as it's holding above that circle wave 2 low at 2,241. Then we could get a C wave. Only then we get the third wave complete, then a fourth, then a fifth. So there's basically a warning level, which for me is 2,328. And there's an invalidation point, which is at 2,241. So these levels are very, very relevant. They are the key support levels to watch, invalidation point and warning. Key pivots, basically, you could say, key levels that hold you on the right side of the trend. And to the upside, we've got 2,530 and 2,566 as next key levels to watch today. That's my update about Ethereum. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.